Welcome back, guys, to UC Organics. Today is June the 6th, and we want to give you a quick update on the garden so we can show you guys how things are progressing. As you can see right here in bed number 4, everything is in mass production. To the far left, we've got cucumbers. Absolutely magnificent. Cucumbers are growing very, very fast. We've got our beans have just begun to hit the trellis. As you can see, it's beginning to wrap around the trellis, which is a good thing. Replacement beans are already on the way. As you can see, our honeydew, this is on its 3rd and 4th true leaf. We've got about 5 plants of honeydew. Our cucumber is outgrowing all of these. Now this one here is our cantaloupe. Now all of these were planted at the same exact time. The honeydew, the watermelon, the cantaloupe, and the cucumber. But the cucumber is definitely outgrowing all of these. Now here's our watermelon. And as you can see, we're on our 2nd and 3rd leaf. This one seems to be very prolific, so it is moving pretty fast. So bed number 4 is definitely going. You can see the beans. We're looking at about 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet tall on beans. We're just now beginning to get flowers on the beans. Looking very good. Bed number 3. Well, we've had success in bed number 3. We've got the 2 rows of beets just beginning to come up. Our 1 row of carrots definitely up. Very small, hard to see, but on the move. And our okra obviously is doing very, very well. As you can see, we've got our true leaves are running out. Massive growth. Again, I'm gonna have to thin these okra down to 1 per hole. Right now there's 2 per hole. Guys, that's 60 okra plants. We're gonna reduce that down to 30. As you can see, our beets in bed number 2 are massively growing. I mean, they are spreading like crazy. Look at that beautiful color in the leaves. You can see the purple, the color of the beet. And our beans are massively growing as well. These are the purple hole. I mean, these things are very, very fast and prolific. Bed number 1. Bed number 1, we've got zucchini. We are beginning to develop zucchini flowers. As you can see here, that is a male flower. And that yellow one on the back side is a female flower that did not get fertilized because there was no male flowers available. Now we have another zucchini right here that's getting ready to open. And there it is there. And the flower, as soon as it opens, the male flower, I will take pollen from it and fertilize it so that we can get germination. And as you can see, the zucchini, I'm constantly cutting the leaves so that this thing can grow straight up. And it seems to be working. This is our replacement plant for the squash, the yellow squash. And as you can see, all the other yellow squash are on the move. Now, yellow squash, I've never grown this one before, but it seems to be very prolific. As you can see, we've got lots of flowers, blossoms, and baby yellow squash being developed everywhere. Absolutely beautiful. Our eggplant has now begun to flower. We've got some getting ready to flower. We've got baby eggplant up top, and we've got one that's massively open. So the eggplant is definitely has taken off since the weather has heated up, and so have the peppers. My God, look at those peppers. Flowers, and we definitely have height. So all the peppers are doing very, very well. I'm gonna check and see what do I do to prune the peppers, if I should do anything at all, and we'll see how that goes on the next video. As you can see, our strawberry bed is no longer producing anything, but we've got new growth coming out. Now I've gone through and cut the runners, and I have to do it again. Those runners are on the move. If it continues to produce runners, it will not produce strawberries. So I definitely have to get in and do some weeding and cut those runners off. Our blackberries flowers are almost gone, and we are full with blackberries. Guys, these things are massively loaded. Blackberries everywhere. It is time for me to net to stop the birds. As soon as they begin to turn colors like this, the birds will flock. And as you can see all the way down, this one is the new vine for next year. This is the one that will produce blackberries next year. And as you can see, we've got blackberries all the way down, everywhere. This thing is loaded with blackberries. It is crazy. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So all in all, everything is going very, very well. We've got lots of new growth as well as producing fruit. Now, as far as our melons, guys, as you can see, the melons are now tied and beginning to reach the trellis. The tiger melon, the rich sweetness melon, and the Kajari melon. Now, the two that I took out, I replaced it with butternut squash. So let's see how that works. The butternut squash right along the side of the melons. And we'll just kind of watch it and monitor and see what's going on with that. Our tomatoes are now about 3 feet tall. I continue to trim, and as you can see, we've got blossoms and flowers everywhere, all over everything. Everything is massively producing at this point. Here are other tomatoes, the same exact way. Flowers, about 3 feet tall. So we look forward to massively getting tomatoes. Now up here I've got watermelon. These are Wilson watermelon. I've got 3 of them. This used to have strawberries in it. They didn't make it, so I replaced it with watermelon instead. Doing very well, and I think I'm gonna allow these to sprawl across the deck, and we're gonna see how that works. And our grapevines, very prolific, massively producing and developing. As you can see, let me give you guys a close-up. We've got grapes everywhere. Grapes are developing so fast, it's almost hard to keep up with. It's amazing. And those clusters are getting very large and massive. So the managing that we've been doing obviously is working. So we're going to continue to monitor, manage, and take care of everything that's producing so that we can get a good harvest. So all in all, The garden is right on point with the season, and we're looking forward to harvest time. We're looking at probably a month or so before we start harvesting anything. But want to give you guys a quick update. UC Organic backyard gardening, massive production. As I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. All you have to do is get started. Until next time, happy gardening.